Woo, woo. We're here. We made it, dude. We started a video without unmuting our mic, dude. As usual. But besides that, we're here to watch this. I'm gonna be honest, dude. This is like more of a hate watch for me than anything. Because, like, they've dropped the ball in this game so many effing times, dude. Since Destiny 1. Like, it's just... It's mind-boggling that, you know, everyone keeps coming back. Including myself. To just burn time. Luckily, we're not watching it live. Can you imagine, dude? Can you imagine watching this live? What kind of fool would do that? With Bungie's track record? It's probably going to be like... a bunch of talking about how much, like, they built the game for the player, but not for themselves.
Like many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes awakened on a desolate planet. A silent god set in our sky. And it wouldn't be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes...
Oh, look at those shoes!
Far greater than anything we could have imagined.
It's the best part of this so far. I'm gonna be pausing, dude. I'm gonna be hating this so much, dude. So I might as well get the good ones, good compliments in right now. Look at those shoes, dude.
Heroes would shape a story far greater than anything we could have imagined.
He's got a good mustache, too.
Players would explore deep into the depths of
That's
Venus,
it.
hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others, an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning in the halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they'd bring their friends and their family into this world, and together meet new faces on this adventure.
How could they do that?
Who would become lifelong companions. Now,
how could you inflict that on
together,
someone, dude?
We approach the final shape.
Friends and family? Friends is one thing. Family?
On the last expedition of Destiny's first saga. So let's be clear about the stakes. In the final shape, you will go inside the Traveler. The journey will be difficult. And what awaits you on the other side of this trek is nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced. There will be no open betas. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you.
No open betas, dude? Have they ever done an open beta? Never. Maybe like Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 launch. For an expansion?
How to handle what's to come.
What's this guy talking about, dude?
You've been with us from the beginning.
And guides, there's never guides on day one. What is he talking about? He's talking like it's a real MMO, dude.
It's going to be greeted with this same uncharted world. A vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
Sure, buddy. Today's our invitation, not like 10 years ago. It's just today, though.
After all these years, we never talked about it. Why I brought you back. Why you were chosen.
Ghost knows that? Why wouldn't he tell us that?
I didn't know then.
Oh, you didn't know.
It was just a feeling. But I know now. After all we've seen,
Why's Cade there?
all we've lost, this fight might be our last. So I'm asking you one last time to rise.
Cool axe. That's it, dude. That's just nonsense they just showed. They showed all that, but then they'll wrap it up in the lore books that you have to read.
History.
They won't show it.
Building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that, as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that like makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by ghosts at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, what it was for this.
They didn't know
The
either, dude.
Traveler is asking us for help, and it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe.
Dude, they said that in Destiny 1. The Traveler was asking, like, is that the reason? Did he just say that? The Traveler was asking for help? Isn't... What's going on here, dude?
From what the Witness intends to do.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Inside is the pale heart of the Traveler. That is the stage for our showdown with the Witness.
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The pale heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack of purpose, no meaning. It wants to fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final shape.
If we're going to defeat the Witness, it's going to take everyone. Failure is not an option.
We're gonna need the Vanguard, all of our allies, and all the Guardians to rally together and be brave in the face of Oblivion.
In the final shape, we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our ghost, get to reconnect with Cade 6. So, like, while there's this great conflict and everything going on around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
Totally. Still at the end. Because they've shown them around campfires all the time. Never! Never have they once shown that. Have they?
Portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable. And we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
The Pale Heart is weird. It's a little strange, it makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, and it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
One of the most memorable locales from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower. It's really a labor of love from the Destiny team. The final shape means so much to everyone who's building it, and I think players are really going to be able to see that.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever done. I would love it if players felt that they began their journey in a place of safety and feel it escalate in danger, in surrealness. Because
Linear destination?
there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
So it's just a level.
They see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing
Whoa,
things
looks like
and putting them
Returnal.
back together. Just
Or Mars.
wrong.
The
Destiny
sense of
1.
scale you get out there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that
That just
the
looks like
witness is
fancy.
growing
Like,
every
what's that one game? Ah, it just came out, dude. Everyone's playing it. Where you climb above the city. You're like a little kid. It just looks like that, dude. Just fancy. That's all.
it has at you.
There's probably
So we're
beds
going
on
to
that too.
fight these
Maybe.
new enemies, the subjugators.
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the final shape. They have an enhanced power set. They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
They bring something entirely new to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
They're back there pinging away with stasis abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you in place, tangling you up.
We're focusing you on the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart.
Why is Cade
After
there?
you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination. And so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end.
So that just sounds like you're going to go through the campaign and then the world's going to change. And that'll be the destination. That's it. Okay. He made it sound like it's gonna change all the time, dude. No, it's not, dude. It's going to change once. That's it.
with
Okay.
the final mission.
Probably.
The raids
You know, I'm just
are
being a
where
jerk. We're hate
you defeat,
watching.
like the big bosses. So it's only natural that when you are going to confront the witness, you're going to do that in the raid. But that might not be enough. This is a moment where we need to rally all guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the witness.
In the final shape, we are inside the Traveler, very close to this energy. This allows us to have
Dude,
new supers.
that guy looks like a
Arc
giant compared to that
We
guy.
want to create
Look at this dude. Maybe it's the angle. This guy looks like, dude. What? Okay, it must be the setup. This dude looks like a giant.
something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse, but also can benefit your allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome the odds. The Warlock Super is this ultimate expression of solar energy coursing through your Guardian. This Solar Warlock Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun, this is the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it searches around, and then it hits a character and bounces off and goes to another one. And you're so overflowing with this energy that you are also giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solar weapons supercharged, applying Scorch when they're shooting.
The new Solar Warlock aspect, when I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that when it sees an enemy, it launches part of itself out and hits the enemy and explodes and scorches them.
It just feels very alive.
Are you doing solar again?
Twilight Arsenal. It's
Are they adding new
layered super.
new aspects for
Only
each
ranged
class?
one-off offensive
That's
super
cool.
for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it, summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it.
Maybe it's only
And
one of
when
each.
these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy, do their void gravity thing where they suck a bunch of energy and enemies in and then explode. But that doesn't destroy the axe. The axe sticks around and you and your allies can go and pick up that axe and start wailing on enemies with it.
This super is insane to me.
The Void Titan aspect, I press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that and it creates this blast that deals massive damage.
The Hunter Arc Super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing about that is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times, along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
Whoa.
The hunter has an aspect. We take our staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
The more aspects we have, the more capable
Fighting
we
game,
are
huh?
to do that.
It feels like you're like riding the lightning, you know? Like that instantaneous, like...
That was good, but I think it's more like, you know?
I like it, I like it.
They like it.
Weapons team has been working on all sorts of goodness. We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid
Whoa.
fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property of adapting your Guardian's current damage type.
This will be the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon, and then fire out a super destructive single projectile. It's a really special weapon.
What's the one specific exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler Beam cutscene. I know people on Weapons went, I kind of want that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these iconic Destiny 1 weapons, but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
We have to bring Kvastab into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath. Burn the world, burn it all. In the final shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really,
Whoa.
like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We always liked the special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage.
Whoa.
They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies.
What?
I'm really excited to bring it to dungeons and
I'm sure that'll
Live,
work
honestly.
fine. Totally.
The weapons team is always coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
Years?
Come on, take a load off. We've got a lot to cover. This place is only big enough for one dashing hero type, and that's me, so... I'm back! Hey, you two, give me a sec. I was magnificent. This is great. Anyone want a hug? Get your rock off my map. Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
This is all old.
Well, better get back to it.
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cade return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long-standing enemy, the Witness.
Cade is the quintessential hunter. His presence casts such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cade goes through in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was no end to the Light and Darkness saga that didn't have Cade here alongside his friends to finish the job.
Sure. Whatever. It's so...
The nature of
sure.
the Pale Heart. I think that crystallized Cade's role as a guide. Cade is Virgil, and he's our guide through this other place. Cade is the one who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as it were.
Cade's the glue that's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about the weight that's been on Ikora, having to hold the Vanguard together, having Cade's voice of...
What are they talking about, dude?
Brightness that he brings to that group.
It's all in books? You gotta read all that?
Well, at least we have each other.
We want people to take away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
His gun have cracks in it? That looked pretty cool.
Guardian, the Witness poses a dire threat.
Is this a new season?
And the Witch Queen holds the answers we
Yeah.
seek.
I think this is out today.
Only if we contend with her sister, Zebu Araf. It rests with me. Will you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
Whoa.
Bring me your time.
Whoa.
You now wield hive magic and have entwined it with your light. Assault the Spire, Guardian, and open the way to our tides. Let them know fear. The death of whispers, and they do whisper. Fight in my name, Guardian. Every opponent you defeat strengthens me.
All the armor looks pretty cool. The helmets.
Let us show her what it is to be Hive. You have found the horn of battle! You are deserving of the greatest death I can bestow.
Whoa. I'm not gonna play that. That does look cool though. The armor looks
Our
cool.
opportunity as players, we've been annihilating and breaking Hive spells, and now we finally get to cast them.
These seasons suck though. I hate these seasons. Like they're just no good.
Portal that we need to go into. That means we have to go find Imaru, her ghost. Imaru's like, not so fast.
Their service model, I just think it's terrible. I don't know, dude. I think they.
If we fight her, she only gets stronger. Eris has an idea. It's a really
good
It's
idea.
a wild ass idea, yeah. She determines like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that energy that we're creating by going through, by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Bring me your tithes.
Oh, that's the event. You're powering her up.
To kind of like be like Savathun. And that's where we went down the path of having Hive Eris. We wanted to extend that magical fantasy into the player then. That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk and reward into all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers. It's this magical deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose these cards at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really leans into the build crafting.
You actually are getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
I'm such a sucker for deck building. Like being able to like bring that element into Destiny gameplay has just been like, oh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's
really
super
fun.
So we've got two brand new seasonal activities coming with Season of the Witch. We've got Altars of Summoning and Savathun's Spire.
Savathun's Spire is our new 3-player offensive. You're doing a lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random encounters that you can come across.
The Witch's Spire itself, Savathun's Spire, was like her reliquary for all these different magical experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun. The Altar of
I thought
Summoning
he's.
activity is really exciting.
Never
because you
mind.
can
Never
spend
mind, dude.
20 minutes
Never
in it, or
mind.
you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of. As you're
Did he say come a magic spellmaster? I think he meant to say become. I mean, I misspeak all the time, dude. It's no big deal, but I just want to hear it
in
again.
order to become a master
Right there.
spellcaster. Light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master
The B is just.
spellcaster, right? You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a
You're gonna come,
spellcaster,
dude.
right?
You're gonna come,
there
master.
In order to learn as much as you can in order to become a who was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master
Cool, dude.
spellcaster, right?
We're gonna be coming master spellcasters. Coming them all day.
The Altar of Summoning's activity is really exciting because you can spend like 20 minutes in it or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket. As that tithing bucket is filled up, you'll get progressively more rewards. And then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole mess of rewards.
We really wanted to make sure that there was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the Exotic Mission Rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
This is some of the most fun content the team has making. It's some of the content the fans and players of Destiny love the most. The most exciting thing, outside of just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable.
Oh, what?
With Season of the Witch, we have a brand new Vex lo-fi PvP map coming. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really tight gameplay experiences. We wanted to make sure that we focus the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex Network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit is like, hey, you're shoulder to shoulder more often. There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with. And a lot of the flow of the map is actually built around this like kind of central pillar of the Vex network that you're orienting around.
And there's also some modes coming too, right?
We've got a new PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just one like the Scorch game mode from the past. So we've got the shield coming from Vault of Glass, we've got the spear back from Season of the Risen.
And we've got the scythe from Season of the Haunted.
Yeah, so you're gonna be reaping Guardians with that thing. It's a lot more tactical gameplay.
Reaping
It's all about
Guardians.
running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then grabbing them in order to push for victory.
I will take what I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty Hy-Vee this season, obviously. There's something in the air. And so when thinking about like, what's a good raid reprisal that would really suit this very Hy-Vee season, there's only one answer.
Crotas.
I have seen what the Hive call a god.
They're gonna be solos. Like, Glad, he made like 1 million different variations of this run. And they're all like pretty interesting.
Only a true weapon of the light can stop his wrath.
Dang, where do they get the score for these trailers, dude? They time it so well. I'm really interested in how they edit that. Should do a deep dive on that, dude.
Heading into the final shape,
They probably
we
hire
want to
somebody.
Rally all guardians at the end of the
What do they say though?
saga.
Use
We
this
want to
song.
reduce those power barriers as well as catch people up on
Is it a
key
Bungie
story
song?
beats and make sure that they have a really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make
Dude, look at their
power
shoes.
more
They're all
simple.
business,
In
but
the
they're
final
so
shape, we're
comfy, dude.
trying to find-
Look at those shoes.
In the final
That's great, dude. That's how it should be. Comfy shoes all day.
shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's
Dang, look at his
happening
shoes.
starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of
Those
activities
blue ones.
that are going to be power fixed.
I know
So
nothing
it
about
doesn't
shoes,
matter
dude. I've been wearing the
what
same
power
shoes for like 2
level
years.
You are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to play any dungeons and raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level, which means that there's no barriers really for any other guardian
That's
to join
cool.
you in this high level content.
When it's combined with Fire Team Finder, it also allows you to find strangers, people you've never played with before, and have that same experience. That's all regardless of the power level of you and the rest of the people in your fire team.
Fireteam Finder is the new feature that's coming in Season 23, aimed
okay,
at helping
sure.
connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny. We have a tag system that allows players to be able to say, well, this is my playstyle. I'm really chill.
Is that-
I'm anti-sweat.
is today
I'm just
23 or
really
today's
here to have a
22?
good time." Exactly.
Tags really allows players
I think it's 22.
to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players.
They better have a bald tag, dude.
Bring players closer to finding their community and even
They
closer
better.
to the
Bald.
people that they're playing
Baldies
with.
only.
So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a listing lobby where players can gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection.
New
The
connections?
feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to have a mission for Forsaken, mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like one-to-one for how you would experience them in the campaign. You're also going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to like identify like, hey, this is why it's important that this happened, and here are the people you met along the way.
A really big one that's really timely for Final Shape is Cade's last stand from Forsaken. This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features that are going to allow those players to jump right in and find people to play with and enjoy this content regardless of their power level.
That's cool. No power level.
We're reaching the end
Essentially,
of this
barely,
journey.
for
What
one
comes next?
person.
The episodes. And the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward. What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup.
I wonder how your stats would be
Instead of
impacted.
providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the Final Shape. And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the Final Shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons, new artifact mods, new activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments, and every
6 weeks. Each act. Would the story go away then? Pass rewards. What are they doing, dude? Okay.
single one of these
Like,
acts.
new pass rewards for each act? Or no, wait. Yeah, no, that's that logo. Isn't this just like a shorter... These are just like shorter seasons, aren't they? Is this more FOMO, dude? They just put more FOMO in this game?
Activities. There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new story moments, and
I mean, unless all this stays. You'd think they would stay for the entire episode, right? You would think. There's no way they would... There's no way they would... Yeah, no, they're not going to take that away. No way. This should be available for the entire episode. I don't know, dude. Like, what? Pass rewards? I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude.
single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the Final Shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
These new stories are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change.
Big epic moment.
It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the final shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
What makes a guardian a guardian? Devotion, bravery, sacrifice. We know that we were chosen for a reason, by something greater than ourselves.
Guardian.
Is it over, dude?
Rise up, Guardian.
This is like a wrap up. Wouldn't it be crazy if that's what they did with those episodes? They took away like Act 1 once Act 2 starts. They wouldn't do that. There's no way they would do that. If they're adding season rewards to each thing, maybe they'll have like season pass tiers. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna time gate the season pass, or like the track, or just make each track shorter. I don't know, dude. You know, we're thinking negatively here. Cause with this company, dude, that's what you gotta do. You gotta have low expectations, cause their developing philosophy is to underdeliver. Like, they've actually said that out loud. They shouldn't say such things, but you know, it's a business. You gotta know the business, dude. Gosh, remember that expansion? What a shit show that was. Terrible, dude. Lightfall was so bad.
Descending upon humanity.
This time, there is no escape.
Was that it?
It's going to be an exciting
Oh, it's not
year
it.
for Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting,
Yeah.
fire team racing across our solar system, and at the end,
It's only taken 9 years, dude, to fulfill that promise.
today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. We're going to be heading inside the Traveler, experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made, and we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression system, allowing us to easily play with friends in any content in the game. And as the dust settles in the final shape, we're going to continue our legends in Echoes. It's Destiny's first episode in a new phase of storytelling for Guardians, with brand new conflicts born from the resolution of the Light and Darkness saga. These first episodes are just the beginning.
Who cares, dude? Who cares about episodes? Like, I feel like that's the wrong, I mean, it is like the right thing for them to focus on, but it's the thing I at least care about. I care about, like, what's everything going to cost? How long are these seasons going to last? What's going to carry over from each act? Like, give me your dirty business tactics. Just tell me them right now, because I know they're there, dude.
To jump into the game and get up to speed on what's happening in this world. Then, next week,
Episode keys?
reprisal of Crota's End.
You gotta pay for the season finale, dude?
Of our aspirational content. I can't wait to see you all in the throne world as we learn more about the final shape and how we can stop it.
Sure, dude. Sure. This is just gibberish, dude. I don't know. I hate watching these. I hate it. Because they're never... It's never what the game is, dude. It never is. I don't know. They focus, like, literally every one of these reveals, they always focus on the story. And maybe 1 or 2 times the story has been good for the expansion. You know, like Taken King and Forsaken. And Witch Queen. But Taken King was Destiny 1. So this one, yeah, just... I don't know, dude.
Might be our last. So I'm asking you to rise.
They're not giving me enough meat. It's all fluff, dude. For their nonsense story. Man, they were talking up this showcase like it was the biggest thing ever. Like, we're showing so much, dude. We're blowing it out. That was only a half hour, which thank God. Well, actually, it was like 45 minutes, I think. But I don't know, dude. It's more Destiny. If you're into that trash, which I probably will be come February 27th or whenever the hell it comes out. I don't know, dude. What's going to come out in February next year? Probably something amazing. What came out last February? Who knows, dude? Whatever, dude. It's Destiny. What do you want to say about Destiny? New exotics, sure. What are you going to be doing with those exotics? What's the content we're going to be playing? Just like they said, the story is super linear. So that's fine. That makes it sound like you're not going to have power gates, which is cool. I never really have a problem with the power gate anyway. I never hit it. But like between missions, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know, dude. It's just more Destiny, dude. Be excited for it, like that guy. I'm not, dude. After Lightfall, all-time low. All-time who cares, dude. That's a cool picture, though. But really, all-time who cares? Why is Cade there? How does he come back? His ghost died, and then he died. Is that us? Or is that the mysterious stranger? No. You got the Ace of Spades, but it's like different. It looks like the Sunshot almost. But obviously with a fancy paint job. Yeah, you know. Just like the angle of which it goes. You know? You know. The post show. We're not watching the post show, dude. This is the post show right here. Wow. Look at that background. Amazing. Amazing. Actually, I'm also just testing this. Dude, I haven't captured a PC in like forever. So, if we're going to play Baldur's Gate, dude, might as well see if it runs. You know? See if I capture it okay. Just to see. I'm just going to boot it up, dude. It probably has an update because it's a new game. No update. Valheim has a 1 gig update. Is that like substantial? I feel like for that game it is because that game's tiny. Said gold is the prime currency in the world of Valheim after all. There's a new vendor in the 10th realm where you spend your riches. Sister. Long awaited server modifiers. Oh. Select the lower difficulty. That's cool. Find settings for portal, resources, raids, and more. Oh, turn off raids, dude. That's the one problem I had with that game. Because I suck at it, so I didn't want raids, dude. I suck at building stuff. Like, that stuff takes me forever. So when the raids happen, I'm just like, no! But that sounds cool, dude. Let's just see. Let's just boot this up. See how it runs. See how it captures. I just gotta know, dude. Oh, I need to install my drivers. Let's see it without the drivers. I really should update my drivers. Gosh. Dang it, dude. We'll just see without the drivers. Oh. This is loud in my headphones. We're just gonna see, dude. We're just gonna see. Just run it real quick. Okay. We got EULAs, huh? Huh? Did I accept it? You'll never know, dude. You'll never know. Show nudity. Can you show nudity in this game on YouTube? I guess I'll find out. There's probably not going to be... Wow. Dude, look at that menu screen. You could tell the amount of work and love that went into this game. Such a stupid tweet I saw, dude. Criticizing the Starfield title screen. So dumb. Okay. 144. Borderless window. Don't want full screen. Full screen usually runs better for me. No frame cap. Ultra. Everything's maxed out. Ooh. Let's see without DLSS first. What's DLAA? Oh. Deep learning. I have a NVIDIA GPU. No, we'll keep it on TAA. This all looks good, dude. I like depth of field in my games. Some people don't. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I don't know if I want VSync on. We don't really need it, because I got the G-Sync, dude. VSync off. Okay. New game. Balanced. Start game. We're just gonna rush through. I'm not gonna take like a long time on a character creator. Just want to see how this runs. We don't want to look at this, dude. We want to skip everything. Sure. That all looks great, dude. Proceed. We don't want to look at any of this, dude. Just want to see how this game runs. Ugh, Destiny. This is like super ultra smooth for me right now. I wonder... See, like, my preview screen looks like 30 FPS.
Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked.
Okay, can you play controller in the middle of the game? I don't think you can, dude. You couldn't do it in Divinity. You had to, like, reset. Okay, let's save. You save. Sure. Then that's main menu. Okay. Nice. Okay. Man, I put this on the M2. It's so fast, dude. Divinity, Original Sin 2, like, just took forever. Wow. Use? Oh, you hold to search the area. That's cool. I like that in Divinity. Okay. Whoa. Your skills. Oh, you could cycle through. We're jumping. Cool. Okay. This is running very, 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 very good for me. I don't know how many more times I could say that. At least this area. Like very, very, very smooth. Let's turn on... I feel like VSync would be the thing to turn on. That would mess up capture, you know? But what do I know? I haven't been capturing... This is the first PC game I've actually captured, now that I'm thinking about it, for YouTube. Okay, that's your stride. There's no running, dude. It's a CRPG. Be prepared. Can't target self. Let's shoot it over there. Sick. Okay, so it's with VSync on. I don't know how I'm gonna cut up this video. There's a Destiny thing on it. You know, maybe we'll do borderless windowed. Try that too. See how it runs? And it's also super smooth. My frame rate is it's in the 80s. It's without DLSS. Just turn that on too. Quality. Of course quality, dude. We're quality gamers. Now we're at like 120. It's fluctuating. Okay. God dang, dude, this game looks nice. I think I want to play full screen though when I play this. I'm a full screen gamer, dude. I don't know. That's how I always play games, in full screen. I feel like they always run better for me. But you know, PC ports now, it's very strange. Oh, this game just crashed, dude. Sick. Well, you know, you don't got the drivers. That's probably contributing. Anyway, I don't know what my capture card did, dude. I think it kind of messed up for you. But, yeah, dude. That's the video. Oh, God. Never shut down the game while we're recording. Peace out. So long. Bye. Destiny 2 is Destiny 2. You know, what else can you say? Bye.